can we talk about the bad, and you, if you want to bring up the tweet I put out earlier today, but the bad arguments against the audits.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even know if I've seen them. I've seen a couple, but what is it? What are they saying? They're saying that it's like fascist, and he shouldn't be looking at people's social security information or numbers or something.
Okay,
It's
so I texted him. I said I got a rant. So
Oh,
let me
hold on.
let
Whoa,
me
whoa,
finish.
whoa, whoa,
ooh,
whoa, whoa!
Cook
Before
this
you
shit.
get started, before you get started, let's not get. Let's leave us not be so hasty. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna step down and I'm gonna let you do your little. I'm gonna let you do your monologue, bro. You are
All right.
on the spot.
let's do it.
So Adam Coleman, the floor, dear sir, is yours.
All right. So the arguments against Elon is essentially, who is Elon? Why is he able to do this? Meanwhile, Elon is pointing out all types of financial misappropriations, all types of issues where he just talked about the Treasury. The Treasury is estimating about $100 billion a year potentially is fraudulent payments. That should be concerning. Yet the argument is Elon is a fascist, or we didn't elect Elon. And my greater point is, anytime there are great accusations being made, if I said that Isaiah is doing something illegal, and the next thing you say is, well, Adam doesn't pay his taxes. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm talking about Isaiah. Why aren't you addressing my accusations against him and making this some sort of character attack or something that you think I'm doing? But they don't. They are primarily attacking the character of Elon. They're primarily looking at him and trying to make some superficial argument about who voted for who, as if they ever gave a shit about some sort of advisor. The reality is they like spending other people's money, and they don't like it when someone from the outside of their bubble tells them what to do with the money that they feel that they deserve to have power over. That's all this is. And when someone is afraid of an audit, it's because they're doing something wrong. You would see that in any private sector environment. it, it's known to have an audit, whether it's internal audits or external audits. You know what they don't do? They don't shut the door, especially if it's some sort of regulatory body. I've worked at a banking institution. You know what they do? Audits. You know what they don't say? Oh, well, we're not ready for the audit, or we can't do the audit. You know what happens? They get all types of fines. They prepare for it. You know why? Because they're not doing anything illegal. People who are afraid of audits are doing something wrong. People who are afraid of audits are doing something probably illegal and probably corrupt, or at the very least, it just shows how terrible at their job they are, that they cannot keep track of other people's money. You know why they can't keep track of other people's money? Because they don't care about other people's money. That's what this is all about. It is not about Elon, because guess what? If Trump put in someone else instead of Elon and was doing the same exact thing, they would do the same exact thing to that person. Because it's not about Elon. It is about the issue of having some sort of accountability. Yes, the federal government is afraid of accountability. And then you have these spoiled ass federal workers who, guess what? Many of them really don't care that much about their job anymore because they're willing to take the payout and they're willing to leave. Why? Because they know accountability is coming. Should not be a situation where you know if you get a government job that you can be there forever until you're ready to leave. Why is a government job given that sort of guarantee, but we're not given that sort of guarantee in the private sector? How come I have to perform routinely to keep my job, but they get to sit there, and whether they feel like working or not, or whether they do a good job or not, or whether their job is even useful to even exist or not, they get to stay there. No one cuts anything. Everything stays the same. And so finally, we get Elon and Trump, who are acting like the Bobs in Office Space. What exactly do you do? And you know what the answer is? Well, I'm a trans queer. I've been here for 30 years. Oh, well, we do really good work. It's bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. If you are useful, you should be able to show that you're useful at your job. If you're not useful, guess what? You get to get fired just like everybody else. And they feel they have this special privilege to stay in a job doing things that they probably don't need to be there for. So I have a whole lot. Oh, and one other thing before I end this rant. While the pandemic was going on, we saw the Democrats doing everything possible to smear people like you and I, to talk down to us, to say that their job is useful, your job is not, to dictate what we do with our family, how we take care of our family. God forbid if you were a small business owner and you just wanted to, I don't know, bring in some income so you could take care of your family. But they did all that to stand in front of the American people, to pit us against each other, to say that there's no other solution other than to lock things down. But guess what? You can't open your store, mom and pop shop. But guess what? Walmart, Target, Amazon, everybody else gets to operate like normal. I wonder why that's the case. It's almost like one has a lobbying group and the other one doesn't. It's almost as if the Democrats are in bed with big corporations. And then we turn to the media. Maybe the journalists will represent us. And then you know what the journalists do? They say, get the clot shot, sponsored by Pfizer. So this is how corrupt this entire ecosystem is. Where is the primary part of our mainstream media? New York and DC. That's the apparatus right there. The Democrats control New York and DC. And what do? They defend institutions. They all want to go to DC so they can be part of the correspondence dinner, so they can rub elbows with power. The days of old, where the journalist was just some Joe Schmo from down the street who's willing to challenge power and ask a couple questions, are dead. Now you got to go to Princeton and Harvard so you can get that job at the New York Times, so you can be all smug when you go out to the middle of Pennsylvania and ask some stupid Trump voter why they're voting for a racist. That's the type of environment we're in. So I am glad, last part of my rant, I'm glad to be part of the media environment. I'm glad to be someone who did not go and get a college degree, who has common sense, who can ask people questions and actually listen to them. Because we do not have that. We are not properly represented in any form or fashion. We are not properly represented by our so-called representatives. And if you live in a Democrat area, God forbid you live in an area where Maxine Waters is at, she spends more effort standing up for the status quo than fighting for your ass. She'll get on a plane, first class, go all the way down to DC, stand up in front of USAID. But where was she when your buildings were burning down during the George Floyd riots? Well, she was egging them on. That's where she was. So I got a huge problem with the Democrats. And the reason I left the party is because I'm disappointed. I would love to have two competent political parties fighting for every American's vote. But the reality is, we got the Democrats who have abandoned all liberal principles, succeeded all the wins. Why the fuck is Trump the one with women surrounding him and the feminists like? Wasn't he the grab them by the pussy guy? That is how bad the Democrats have become. That they've let Trump become the feminist winner. Bravo, Democrats. That is how bad you failed. And so now we got the Democrats over here standing up for the status quo. And when you ask questions, why the fuck are we sending $1.5 million to Serbia or wherever these countries are? Why are we paying for these programs? You know what they say? It's not that much money. Hey, how come you're cheating on me with that woman? I only cheated on you once. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? Matter of fact, how did you find out I was cheating? Did you go through my phone? I can't believe you went through my phone. This is the language of manipulators, and that's what we're seeing from the Democrat Party. They are the party of geriatric leadership. They are the party of spoiled rich kids, as we got David Hogg, who's running the party, a part of the leadership in the party. They are the party of snooty, elitist, of all colors who are so married to their fucking degrees and think they know better than the average man. That is what the Democrat Party is now. So what I have to say is, Elon, keep doing your thing. If you ever see this, Elon, keep doing your thing. Keep pissing them off, because the American people see what you're trying to do. The American people see that the emperor has no clothes. And thank you for stripping him. That's my piece.
You know, I that's my man's in them.
That's
okay?
a good ass rant, Adam. A
Thank
lot of things.
you.
I agree with that
Thank
whole sentiment.
You.
Yeah. All of it.
Hell yeah. That's what we need to see. That's what we need to see more out of. Adam, bro, you said it better than I could. You said it better than I could, seriously. And I've never, like, while they're fucking off with our money, they're fucking off our money everywhere. This is what they did. This is what they've been doing. Have you seen this?